$1.25 for eggs? I'll take it. Hi, welcome to another video. Today we're going to create two very different and fun Easter arrangements. We're going to create this bejeweled Fabergé inspired egg arrangement. This is actually an egg I bought from the dollar store. And then I'm going to show you how to do a fun two-tier display for Easter, incorporating fresh flowers and cute little props I bought from Hobby Lobby. So let's get started. So this first project was inspired by this giant lavender iridescent egg that I found at Dollar Tree. Now, if you found a giant iridescent lavender egg for $1.25, wouldn't you have to buy it? Okay, so I thought, hey, this would be a beautiful container for an Easter flower arrangement, but we're going to dress it up a little bit. So I'm going to show you what I did. So the egg is just like the little egg, just like the little Easter eggs you get, those plastic ones that you screw open. So you can screw open this egg. And it has a flat bottom, which is wonderful because then we can use it as a vessel for our arrangement. Now, I unscrewed the egg and there's threads right here. And all I did was cover it with a lavender number 9 ribbon. And I did the same up here, just simple gluing of this number 9 lavender ribbon that I happen to have that's a pretty close match to the color of the egg. You could definitely do a contrasting color. I just thought this is already a lot, right? So the lavender on lavender, I think, is enough. And it's going to be very subtle. But we're going to embellish it further with this. This is a $4.60 bridal belt I found on Temu. Do you guys ever shop on Temu? If you're a crafter, it's really, really fun because there's so many fun things you can buy for so little money. Now, this is what they call a bridal belt. So it's like a rhinestone kind of pattern belt on a long sheer ribbon. And this was, I think, like $4.60 or something like that. I'll try to link this in the description so you can buy one of these. I bought it because I was going to sew it onto a maxi dress I had, but it's not yet summer. So I'm like, I'm going to use this on the Easter egg first. So I'm going to make this like a Fabergé egg. And what I did was, okay, we glue the ribbon on the egg so that you don't see the threads. And also it's just kind of pretty to have that little finished edge. And then I just taped this egg to itself inside with just regular old packing tape. Because we're going to have it kind of like half open like this. And the arrangement will be in here kind of spilling forth. But you can still see the whole egg shape. And what we're going to do inside is use a cylinder vase. This is just a really plain heavy glass cylinder vase. Whatever fits the egg is fine. You can just use like a single-use Tupperware type of thing with floral foam in it, anything that holds water, because this egg has like 3 little tiny holes on the bottom. And what I have here are those cardettes, 2 of them put in here to hold the egg open when we do the arrangement inside. I showed this a couple years ago in a Mother's Day gift box video. Now I'm thinking not everyone has these cardettes, right? These are for florists, for we put them in a vase, you could put a card in there. Probably a couple of plastic forks would work. Anything that kind of props it open that you can stick in floral foam. You're just trying to prop the egg open like this a little bit. Your flowers will prop it open somewhat too. And it would be nice if you have the translucent type so that you can't really see, translucent forks. Anyway, I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put the cylinder vase inside our egg with a cardette in the back. And then you see when you close it over like this, oops. Kind of have to play around with it too. It props it open and keeps it propped open. And because you taped it on this side, it's not going to fall all the way, back. Anyway, it's not perfect, but if you're just going to have it on a table, it's going to be fine. Oops, see, it's not perfect. And you might want to play around with the cardette placement because you're just really trying to get it to hit the egg at a certain way to prop it open. Okay, here we go. Now what I'm going to do is glue this belt onto this egg right here. And so it'll just end up like this. It's gonna be super easy to do. And then we'll cut the extra ribbon off. I'm gonna keep the ribbon on because it's easier for me to handle this with the ribbon, right? And we'll just cut it right off. Can you believe this? That bridal belt is $4.60 or something like that. It's incredible. I actually was going to buy a bunch of rhinestones and create like kind of like a little pattern, but it's just easier. It's all done for you. And there's like this really nice sheer ribbon backing on there. So it's like a whole piece. It's a really great thing for crafters. I'm just going to put some glue on here and glue it onto the egg. You can use hot glue. I'm just using this tacky glue, craft glue that I got at Hobby Lobby. And you can get it anywhere. Some kind of glue that will glue onto plastic is something you want to do because the egg is pretty slick. All right, there we go. Let's put it on our thing. I'm going to overlap the ribbon a little bit. You see why I didn't want to cut off the straps, the extra parts, so then you can kind of handle it easier, right? Just press it down gingerly. And now I'm going to cut off the little sheer straps around the belt. You've got like some pretty sheer pink ribbon you can use for something else. Oops. Now don't stress too much about propping up the egg because once we have a lot of flowers in it, the volume of your flowers will kind of prop it up. Okay. Okay, so this looks pretty fancy with like a rhinestone on here, embellished like a Fabergé egg. Now we can start designing. I bought a lot of beautiful, very romantic looking flowers for this. This really big, luscious, pale blush rose right here. I don't know the name of this rose. It's a new one to me. Some pale blush spray roses. Look at these. So beautiful, right? In kind of like a pale lilac violet undertone. And then some kind of lavender violet spray roses here. They're not as nice quality for some reason, but the color is good. And lilacs. Lilacs are blooming in my yard right now. Look at that. We don't get a lot of blooms every year because it's not very cold where I live, but look at that. We have lilacs. So I'm going to use the lilacs from my garden for this arrangement. And I also have some beautiful white and pale blush ranunculus that we're going to use in here. And some anemones that are left over from when I bought all those flowers for my tulip festival. There's some anemones that were really tiny last week that have finally bloomed. So we're going to go ahead and use some of that. I'm actually allergic to the lilacs, but I'll suffer through. First, we're going to green in a little bit with some variegated Pittosporum. I also picked some of the silvery Dusty Miller. I think this will be very pretty with our lavender flowers, right? Icy tones. So I'm going to go ahead and green in a little bit with this. And I don't want a ton of greenery, but I want to kind of just cover the back where the our little props are, our little cardettes that's propping up our arrangement, our egg topper is. So I'm just going to green in kind of close to the foam towards the back. Because I want this to kind of be a flower-filled arrangement with not a lot of greenery. Because we're not going for a very natural look. We're going for something really lush and glam because of our container, right? This is not like a basket or anything like that. It's going to be a very glamorous type of arrangement. So So generally when I do these very luxe and glamorous arrangements, we don't do a ton of greenery. And we're going to add a lot of flowers to this. So a little bit of greenery in the background, it will be nice in here to set it off. But it's not going to be one of those inspired by nature kind of arrangements. Okay. Then I'm going to add in my largest flower, which are these huge, beautiful roses. Now these roses are scented too. It's amazing. I don't know the name of this rose. It's a new one to me. There was no name on it when I bought it. But whatever it is, it's gorgeous. It's got a little bit of a darker pink edge. And then the inside is like this pale, almost white, pale pinky white. Really gorgeous. You see how the very outer edge of the petal, the guard petal, is like pinker? And it's really, really good, hardy rose. I can tell it'll just last a really long time. So I'm creating a focal point in the very middle of our egg with these roses. Okay, then I'm going to use some of this ranunculus. Look at these ranunculus that I bought. Look at the size of these, pale pink, gorgeous. Ranunculus are some of my favorite flowers. There are different pinks within the bunch, so I'm picking the really pale, icy blush ones out to use in this arrangement. And I'm going to go ahead and add some of this lavender spray rose, this kind of violety lavender spray rose in here. Just have that pop of purpley color. You know, like I said, they're not very good quality. I don't know. They're pretty, I mean, I just bought them, but they don't look like they are very happy. So I don't think these are going to last that long. But the other spray roses, I think, are going to be longer lasting. So kind of, you don't know, different varieties of flowers have different lasting quality too. Even within, you know, the same, same spray rose. Some spray roses are hardier than others. Like, look at this. This is very nice. This blue pink. When I say blue pink, obviously it's not blue. What I mean is this pink has a color quality that it doesn't have like peachy blush undertones. It has a clearer, lavender, more on the blue side color undertone. Sometimes I think the way I describe colors might be very confusing. Well, we now get to add in some of our lilacs. Lilacs are some of my favorite flowers. I try to grow them, and here in California, where I am, we don't get the heavy frost, so we don't get a lot of blooms. If any of you have any good tips for me on how to grow better lilacs, please let me know. I've had my lilac bush for like 20-something years. It's still, pretty much, I mean, it's grown some, but I don't get a lot of flowers every year, just a few. And I'm not sure what to do to give it, there's lots of branches, but only a few branches bloom. And I don't know what to do to get it to produce more blooms. So let me know in the comments below if you all are experts at growing lilacs. I would love to have lilacs in the garden. They seem to bloom pretty early here for me. Anyway, nothing like it. That frilliness that cascades over the edge of your arrangement, right? Almost too long and large for this kind of compact egg arrangement that we're doing. I guess it's okay. And we have some of these anemones. They're a little bit bloomed out, but I think they'll be okay. We bought them for the Tulip Festival. And there were some, very small ones in the bunches that I bought. And I thought, okay, they'll develop over time. And here they are. And I thought they'd be beautiful in here. I don't know if you can really see, but there's like a hint of like pale lavender blush within the white. Do love anemones too. I think I'll add them kind of together here so that we don't have them eyeballing us. Okay, we added in our lilacs. Just going to kind of assess in the anemones what do we need. I'm going to turn the arrangement over here to make sure we finish on this side. I think this side looks pretty good. I want to make sure the side of it, like towards the back of the egg, is we don't have any gaps. So I'm going to go ahead and add in a spray rose and some of this Dusty Miller to kind of fill in. Okay, looks good. Now I'm going to turn it this side and take a look at over here to see if we need to do anything here to finish our egg arrangement. Just putting a little bit of Dusty Miller in throughout so that we don't just have it on the edges. So I'm going to put some back here. So it doesn't actually take a lot of flowers to do a one-sided arrangement like this, even though it looks really lush and flower-filled. Now, if you don't have lilacs, like a lavender stalk would be beautiful in place of the lilacs. Stalk is one of my favorite flowers, accent flowers to use. Inexpensive, easy to get, right? Maybe I'll add in some more of this colored rose down here. Let's give that pop of lavender color. Do you guys grow Dusty Miller? It's one of the easiest things to grow and a really great filler. It's not even a greenery, right? It's more like a filler. For many years, that was every other wedding we had Dusty Miller. That silvery gray was very popular for a while. Okay, that looks really nice. I think it's beautiful. What do you guys think? I'm thinking that we need a lilac in the middle. So I'm pulling that piece of lilac out and put it in the middle here because I don't have any more lilac. But I cut only this much to use. I think we're done. Very romantic, very feminine and glamorous iridescent lavender egg arrangement for Easter. So we're all done. It's actually pretty easy, right? Our beautiful $1.25 dollar store Easter egg arrangement. It turned out really fun, right? And now you have a large purple iridescent egg for use at Easter time. So this next project is different from the first one, and it's inspired by these cute little things I found at Hobby Lobby. At this time of year, I love going to Hobby Lobby to see what they have for Easter. And of course, everything Easter's 40% off. So I picked up all this for about $30, and I left the tags on so I can show you what I got. I got two little bunnies. Each is marked $8.99, so they ended up being about $5.50 a piece. This cute little two-tier tray was 50% off. You know, Hobby Lobby, every other week they've got specials going on different categories of goods. And this is marked $22.99. So that at 50% off is $11.50. And then this fun bunch of carrots made from like rope, really cute. $7.99, so it's $8, and then 40% off of this. So it's what, under $5, $4.80. I don't remember how much the eggs were, but it was like a pack of these eggs. I want to say it's like $3 to $4. So the whole thing's is about $30. Now you could put these together on this little tray and call it a day and you're done. You've got a cute little Easter centerpiece. But of course, we're going to add some fresh flowers to it. I just went to my local Trader Joe's and picked up these gorgeous peony tulips in orange and this beautiful pink, hot pink. And they were $8.99 a bunch, and we're not going to need to use all of it. Some beautiful hyacinths in this blue purple that I love for $6.99. And then we've got our bunches of ranunculus that we bought for our egg arrangement that we still have tons of left. So I'm just going to put together little tiny flower arrangements to put on here with our little bunnies and our carrot and our eggs. And you could change out the flowers. And if you don't want to buy fresh flowers, you can buy maybe just like a 6-pack of little violas, like little pansies, and plant them in little containers and put it in here for some fresh flowers without spending money on fresh flowers. So I just wanted to show you a very versatile way to use a 2-tier tray and buy some cute little things that you can use every Easter, and you could change things around by using different kinds of flowers or little even plants. So for containers, I have 3 little pastel ceramic containers, a white one, a periwinkle blue one, and a pale pink one. These I actually got when I buy those little orchid plants from Trader Joe's. They always come with a little ceramic container. I've got a collection of these, and I just picked 3. I figured the colors would work really well. And then I have a little white ceramic urn that I had forever, which I love to use because it's a perfect size for like a breakfast table. Even though it's small, you can get a pretty sizable arrangement in here. So the plan is to do an arrangement on the top, a slightly larger, taller one with a taller bunny, and then intersperse within the bunny and the carrots 3 of these small containers on the lower tier. I'm going to go ahead and put it in place so you can see where we're going to put our flowers. I'm going to go ahead and cut the price tags off. I kept them on so that I can show you how much everything was. And because Hobby Lobby is a large business, a lot of these are probably still available by the time you see this video. So if you wanted to do this, you probably still can. They have a lot of fun things for Easter. I always go check out what they have new, and it's really nice that they have seasonal things on sale for 40% off. So whatever holiday, Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, they always have it 40% off. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and toss the price tags. Won't be returning them. And I'm going to go ahead and start with this top arrangement. Now I'm going to put some hyacinth in. So I'm thinking I'm going to just do a very colorful assortment of flowers. And they're going to be really easy. I'm not using any floral foam or anything because the containers are really small. We're just going to go ahead and place the flowers in here without any mechanics. I actually bought a bunch of daffodils, but they just never opened and just died. So no yellow in this arrangement. I was planning on using some of them, that cheerful, fun yellow, but oh well. So I've got 3 hyacinths in here, and I'm just going to keep it kind of tall. And I'm going to add some tulips. The peony tulips at Trader Joe's are amazing. For $8.99, you get 10 stems of these really, really beautiful peony tulips. Peony tulips are these tulips that are double, right? They open up like a peony. Really gorgeous. Oh, a little bit floppy, aren't they? add 3 of the little orange tulips in here. Then I'm going to open up the pink ones and use some pink tulips as well. See, these are just like super easy arrangements you can do, right? Doesn't take a lot of effort. Tulips this time of year are so fun to use. The only problem is they're just not a very long-lasting flower. I'm going to add some of this white ranunculus in here. Now, ranunculus are funny little flowers. Sometimes you'll get bunches that last like 2 weeks. And sometimes they're, not very long lasting at all. Just kind of depends. Okay, I'm going to turn this around to see how this little arrangement looks. I think we need a little more color on this side. I might just move this hyacinth over and then add another pink tulip over here. Okay, so we've got our top arrangement done. And then we have these little tiny trio of little containers down here. We're just going to cut the flowers really short and do our arrangements in here. Do the little orange tulip here. And a ranunculus. See how like small containers make such cute, easy arrangements? I'm always showing you different ways to use multiple little arrangements because it's so versatile and easy to do. You don't need a lot of flowers to have a flower display if you have interesting props. A lot of what I show you is how to incorporate flowers into everyday decor so that you can have a little bit of fresh flowers without breaking the bank and spending a fortune on flowers. I'm going to cut a little bit of this tulip foliage to have in here. Just have a little bit of greenery. I think that's cute. That's cute. I always think tulip's one of those flowers. Its own foliage is so beautiful with it, right? Roses, you can use a lot of other foliage with it, but somehow tulips, to me, look best with its own foliage. Okay, got that here. And we're going to go ahead and do maybe some pink. We use some of these beautiful pink ranunculus here. I bought the pink ranunculus for the light pink ones. Oh, this one has got a wobbly head. For our egg arrangement, but we've got lots left. So with these little tiny vases, you could cut your stems really short. You don't need any fluorofoam or chicken wire or any mechanics. Just kind of arrange it in here really easily. Should we do a hot pink in here? Maybe, huh? This hot pink has these little baby tulips. See, there's like a little tiny baby tulip down here. So cute. I want to keep that, so I'm going to keep it like this. Cut that leaf off so we can use that little bit of green. I like little spring green with the pinks. So pretty. Okay, here's kind of like our little pink arrangement right there. This one's sort of like a little orange one. And let's do a little white one, white and blue one over here. I still have hyacinths left, right? I have one stem of hyacinths left. Just wanted like a cheerful mix of bright pastel-y colors for this arrangement. And you could do whatever colors that you like. Like I said, I was going to have like yellow daffodils, but the daffodils didn't make it. They never opened, they just kind of flopped over. So we're done with the arranging of the flowers, and I'm just going to fill in like the empty spaces with these beautiful gold foil eggs that I bought at Hobby Lobby. And you can, you know, put real, chocolate eggs in here. That would be fun, right? To put some chocolate eggs. There's like beautiful chocolate eggs wrapped in pastel foil. You know, whatever you like to put in here. Jelly beans, maybe, if you're going to be serving. So this could be a very versatile thing where it's not just a flower arrangement, but you can have like chocolates in here. And whatever you like to, you know, little treats around for Easter. Don't even think I need the whole pack of eggs. I buy these foil eggs every year because they're so beautiful. They come in this gold tone foil as well as a silver tone foil. Depends on your decor, what you like. Okay. So we're all done with our cute little Easter two-tier tray display. We've got our little Easter bunnies, beautiful bulb plants, Easter eggs, and a bunch of raffia carrots. Just a fun take on Easter. Very versatile. If you get a tray like this and get some cute little bunnies, you could put all sorts of things in here. Now, those of you who have been watching me for a while know I love Easter, I love bunnies, I love pastel colors. So it's been really fun to do this video. I hope I've inspired you and got your creative juices flowing with these two fun projects. They're very different, but I think really fun. As always, please like and subscribe. Click the little bell to be notified when I put out a new video. Send me a comment to let me know what you're doing this week with flowers. And I will see you in my next video.